Hello, this is Sheba, and today I want to talk about validation and why you don't need people to validate your life. If you have found your plan and your purpose and you truly believe in it, then you don't need validation. Do what you plan to do and move on, because if you wait for someone to validate you, you'll never be able to do anything. And it may be a friend that you really admire and admire his advice or her advice, but you have already found your purpose. You already established the plan. So now here comes your friend and you asking them, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? Or, I'm sorry, I mean candy. So, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? And they say, oh, I don't think that's a great idea, because they're not living it. They didn't walk in your shoes. They didn't go through what you've been through. So they don't have a right to validate your life. The only person that you really should be going to is God, because God given you the seed of purpose in your life. He gave you the plan, the road, the map, the word to follow. And then here you going off telling everybody, time you get to the last person, you all dead in your mind and saying to yourself, you know what, I'm not doing this. And then there's a tug of war in your mind to your purpose. So you don't need validation. Do what is good. Do what is good for you. Make yourself happy. Do what is good for you, and stop waiting for everybody to validate your life. Now I'm talking to an adult. I'm not going to talk to young people, because you have others to answer to, tell you the truth about what you really should be doing. Your mom, your dad, and you can't go forth because they are the cornerstones in your life, to say whether you should do this, whether you should. I cannot go over your parents, but I'm talking to the adults who have grown up, no parent around, and you're looking for someone to validate you. Grow up. It's time to get where you're supposed to go. Grow up. You have learned all that you can learn through life, education, the whole nine. What do you need someone to validate you for? What do you need that for? Children need someone to validate their lives, because they're still being guided by parents and guardians. They need validation, whether they should do this or whether they should do that. There are some people who are very gifted in the life, singing, dancing, whatever. And and I'm talking to the young people now, and this is what you want. You go to your parents and say, no, this is how it's going to be. But did they see your gift? Did they watch you, in your gift? This is what you want. I want to dance. I want to sing. I want to be on that stage. I want this so bad. So what do you do when you want something so bad and they don't believe in your dreams? And they think education should come first, and tell you the truth, it should, because there's a lot of celebrities that fall by the wayside. They don't stay up there too long because they don't know how to write a song. All they can do is just sing it. And so they don't stay up there that long. So you do need something to fall back on. Your education is important. And I know that in the music industry, they're not really into the older generation. When you start getting in your 30s and stuff like that, they're not really ready to accept you, tell you the truth. They want someone younger. But someone younger is in school. They're planning out their lives. And so there's just something that you have to work on in both areas, school and your dreams. And if you can blend that together, that's a powerful thing to do, because there are people out there who's struggling to stay in the music industry and can't, but don't have nothing to fall back on, so they will sell their soul. They sell their soul out. And that's something you don't need to do. Okay? So, you know, education is really important. Is really, really important. Try finishing out your education, and or try to blend the two together. Show your parents what you're made out of. Show your parents what you're made out of. I have a daughter, and she tells me, this is what I want to do, and to me it don't make no sense, and it's not a gift. It's not a gift, but to me it don't make no sense, but to her it makes sense at the time. I think of another solution to her life, but I can't live her life for her in the future. So she is making her decision, and if that decision doesn't work for her, well, then she'll have to go back and do it all over again. There are chances. School is a lifetime process. There's people who've been very successful and go right back to school again. Success for them didn't last very long. The trend changes and stuff, and so they go back.